that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
You are now tuned in to the King General Show, Kingdom Business, brought to you by BBDCF Radio Podcast. Keep it locked. We have a great show for you.
That's how it is, everybody filled with greed and envy. Would say you intimate, but the hate ain't in me. Guess the Father made us different, we don't walk the same. You slander and I don't gossip, we don't talk the same. Guess I'm tripping, I'm just in my feelings. More concerned with making music than making a killing. I guess I ain't concerned with religion either. Born August 27th, that's all I want, 2012. Best day of my life. That's all I need. The day that Zion Sayer Lavelle Hamilton came into this world. All I want is your love. And I promise there's only one thing I'm longing for, son. That's all I need. That's your love. That's all I want is your love.
All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love.
Been away for a minute, I ain't seen you in years. Not being a part of your life is all that your daddy fears. Lot you don't understand, but it wasn't a part of my plan. Only wanted to love you and raise you to be a man. Mama bringing the drama, keeping you away from your father. Never learn to hate or grow to love and show her honor. Promise if I could change it, I would to change it for good. Travel, show you the world, take you up out of the hood. I know I made mistakes, but you wasn't one of them. I raised your brother like my own, so tell Joseph I love him. Every second that go by, your daddy missing you. Just give me a little time, I promise. In due time, I'll be there with you. Got fam you never met that wanna meet you. A lot of things you gotta know about this life that daddy wanna teach you. Zion Sayer, no matter what, I'ma be here. No matter how many miles apart, I always be near. I love you.
All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love.
It's a lot I wanna say, I just can't put it in words. Speeches when we speak, this love so deep, can't put it in words. Still feel your hugs around my neck. Promise daddy won't forget it's cause of you I'm blessed. Because I'm missing you, I'm stressed. When I sleep, I dream about you. It's hard being here without you. Gotta keep myself from crying when I think about you. I see your smile in my head when I think of you. Go through my pictures on my phone and reminisce on times that I spent with you. Daddy gon' forever love you. Don't you ever forget it. I moved to Cali to be closer, but your mommy wasn't with it. So I got back on my grind. Due time, you'll be mine. Don't believe them lies that your mama putting in your mind. It's a reason I named you Zion. Judah the young lion, ruler the young sire. In heaven's empire, Zion Sayer. No matter what, I'ma be here. No matter how many miles apart, I'll always be near. I love you.
All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love. All I want is your love.
Youngin. Brothers and sisters, I want to thank you for listening to tuning into the King General Show, Kingdom Business. We late right now coming in. This is not the I want to clear up. This is not the original format of the show. We ended up late a little bit. Sorry for any inconveniences. So you're tuned in right now to the King General Show, second segment of the King General Show, Kingdom Business, on BBDCF's radio podcast on Indie Jam Radio, Live 365. It's your brother, King General. You got to excuse me if I'm not as turned up as, my audience would normally hear me. New platform, new radio show, new structure. Not normally not the normal structure of the King General Show as we would have it. Definitely we have scripture that we'll be going over as well today. We have interviews, so I want to kind of give a summary of BBDCF Radio Podcast. So originally, the King General Show originally is a faith-based radio talk show that discusses biblical truth and community issues such as mental health in the urban community and supporting Black business and minority business, advocating for minority business and faith-based businesses. The faith-based business sponsorship portion of the King General Show belongs to BBDCF, Black Business Directory of Central Florida, the business corporate sponsor of the King General Show. So the King General Show, Black Business Director of Central Florida, which is a online directory for minority businesses in Central Florida. You can go to bbdcfnetwork.com to take a look at the network, as well as BBDCF is a event networking platform that was established in 2019 at the West Oaks Mall at 3-in-1 Cafe. BBDCF, Black Business Director of Central Florida, kind of started the wave of that you see today of minority Black-owned businesses networking in Orlando or Central Florida. At one time when none were networking until King General launched the first BBDCF kickoff event, January 6, 2019, by which the 6-year anniversary will be January 16, 2025 at the Nightshade Lounge for BBDCF's 6-year anniversary for our networking mixer and networking events. So this podcast is a radio talk show that advocates for minority and faith-based businesses through BBDCF's Alpha United Network, which is a network group, the networking group of King General Show Enterprises, LLC. The radio show will interview and talk to, converse with, hang out with, whatever you want to call it. We will interview minority businesses, faith-based businesses from the BBDCF community, from the Alpha United Network community as well. So today we want to give a shout out to our sponsors who will also be interviewed today, to our sponsors who are business owners from the BBDCF community that you could find out about at bbdcf.com, bbdcfnetwork.com. Forgive me. Dreamer Achievers Center, Will Probates and Trust, Uniquely Cleaning Services LLC, Legends of Orlando. These business owners are who we will be interviewing today and who you will be hearing from. And I believe we have the owner and founder of Dreamer Achievers here with us now, honestly, and Will's Probates and Trust, Miss Michelle T. Martin. Are you online with us? On the air with us?
I sure am.
How you doing? How you doing today?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. So, Michelle, let the audience know. I know we just did a show on the AM FM portion of the King General Show a few weeks back, and we talked about the event that was supposed to happen November 10th that had to be pushed back to December 15th. So we're here today on the new radio podcast, and we want to bring you on, Michelle, as our first guest, because of course you are a very close partner with BBDCF and Alpha United Network and King General Show Enterprises. So for the next 10 minutes, we want to find out more about you, your company, your business, your vision, who you are, and how long you've been around, and what's your heart and mission and why behind your business, your service, and your company.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me as your first guest. It is truly an honor, to be the first guest on this podcast, and just thankful to you for your vision of bringing the minority and the faith-based businesses together. So firstly off, I just want to say thank you to you for not only receiving the vision, but for taking it and running with it.
Right. And it's not, and I appreciate. First, let me say I appreciate that. I'm not too. I don't know how to respond when people say things like that. So excuse me if I sound a little choked up. But I appreciate you. Thank you.
So for as far as myself, as you said, I am the founder of Dream Achievers Resource and Development Center, and I also am the founder of Wills Probates and Trust. And so I've been around and in business for 20 plus years now. I've done workshops and been blessed to travel throughout not only the United States, but I've also gone into other countries and did workshops on basically financial empowerment. My thing is that the reason the name is Dream Achievers, you said to talk from my heart, what the vision is. So the reason the name is Dream Achievers is because of the fact I believe that we all are born with dreams. Yeah. We all are, we develop them along the way. Some refer to them as dreams, visions, mandates, destiny. But there's something big on the inside of each of us that we feel that we're called to do. Right. And the primary reason that we don't get a chance to really fulfill that is finances. Let's be honest.
Yes, ma'am.
So often we're held back. We're tied down to jobs that limit us because we don't have the income, just of a host of reasons. The credit system that seems to fight against us when we're trying to move forward. Right. So my small portion, I believe, in helping people achieve those dreams is let me come along beside you and work with you to help you overcome some of those financial challenges that you may be facing.
Now, my question would be, not to cut you off, my question would be, how does an entrepreneur, how does a business owner, how does an individual do that? How do they go about creating that opportunity, or making that opportunity to have that work with them? How do they do that? How do they go about that?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because my heart is with the entrepreneurs. Because when we look at it statistically, I think I mentioned this to you before, that 88% of the, quote, self-made millionaires are business owners.
Yes, ma'am.
But yet 80% of African-American businesses fail within the first 12 to 18 months.
Yes, ma'am.
And 50% of businesses fail within 5 years of total businesses. So what we're doing is we realize that there's a lot of education that needs to be done. I always say this: whatever person goes in business to do, they're usually very good at it, or else they wouldn't be going into business. Right. Maybe they're a great cook, so they know how to cook and prepare a delicious meal. Maybe they know how to detail cars really well, or do lawn service really well, carpet, whatever. They know how to do that part very well. Right. But what they don't know is how to run the back office part of it. Right. What license you need to be in compliance. The taxes, there's so many taxes: quarterly, annual, state, local, federal taxes, right. Workman's comp insurance, all of these things. And so they don't have that. They don't know the proper business structure to even align themselves, to get themselves positioned so they're in the best position to be able to gain funding. Because lack of funding is the primary reason that most businesses go under. Yes, so if we can come alongside of those entrepreneurs and help them get set up correctly, get them positioned for funding, we're going to significantly increase their chances of financial success.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So Dream Achievers, and you have Dream Achievers. Now, you also have nonprofit Wills, Probates, and Trust. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so we talked about that before, and just to clarify, they're kind of flip-flop from what you said. So Dream Achievers is the nonprofit.
My apologies.
Wills Probates and Trust is a part of my for-profit world.
I don't know why I
So
always misunderstand that.
Okay, so here's the catch. If we want to create generational wealth, we have to be able to pass it on to the next generation.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we find that people are actually losing homes that their families fought hard and paid the mortgage and did all the right things,
Yes,
and they're
ma'am.
losing it because of, again, paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
And so when you go, if you need a probate, because we did good, there was a rush on education and telling everybody, you need to get a will, get will. So people did what they were told. They went out and they got wills put in place.
Yes, ma'am.
For the majority.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
then when your loved one transitions, that will, you find out it's not enough.
Yes,
It's not
ma'am.
enough to go to the bank to access that bank account. It's not enough to go to the mortgage company and get the title switched over to your name. It's not enough
Yes,
to
ma'am.
go and get the car title switched into your name. You still need to go through probate in most cases.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then we find that it's cost prohibitive because a lot of the attorneys, you know, rightfully so, they've got all these degrees and stuff. They rightfully are able to charge you these
Yeah.
high exorbitant rates.
Exactly.
And so people find they can't afford it. And so you end up losing what was left to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And so what we do is many people will qualify for what's known as a simple probate. And so we're able to go in and do that probate for literally a fraction of what it would cost
Wow.
for, you know, if they were to go to an attorney. We also do those pre-steps. So if they need a will, we're able to go in and help with that as well. Get that all set up for them. There's some simple steps you can do before your loved one transitions, like trust or ladybird deeds, things like this that you can put into place that make it easier for that transference. Because we're not working on the side of building these businesses or making sure we have things to leave to the next
Yes,
generation, only to turn around and lose them.
Exactly.
So for me, both of them go hand in hand.
Exactly. And you know, this is why this show, and I didn't mention it in the intro, but this is why this show is entitled For Generations to Come, which in the end, at the end portion of the last portion of the show, I'll explain more in detail. But For Generations to Come, which is the slogan, one of the slogans for King General Show Enterprises LLC for Love Elite Alpha Brands, for our family brand, with my son Zion being the president at 12 and helping me with the business, and his sister being the vice president at 18, and you know, creating that generational wealth and knowing that, you know, and understanding and standing and advocating for that through King General Show Enterprises LLC and BBDCF and Alpha United Network and just different brands that, you know, me and my children created and came up with, and just services that we work together with. That's what this thing is about, you know, like it's about creating generation, not even generational wealth. I like to use the term generational wealth, but I like to go broader than that, is to say generational stability, wealth, but also business literacy for our children. We haven't been taught that throughout our generations, but when we learn that as entrepreneurs, especially as minority, we need to be handing that and passing that down to our children before they start, you know, turn 16 and get into summer work and work fields. We need to help them understand that at an early age.
Right. And that's key, because as they are learning not only, like I say, the financial literacy, but the business aspect of it as well, they in turn will now be able to take what you have and build from there, and to keep it going. One of the saddest things, I haven't shared this story very often, one of the saddest things that I saw was when I was in Sarasota. There was a corner store that was there, and my office was right next to it. Right. And it, you know, it came, you know, like, let me find out what's going on with this store, because I've heard the building might be for sale. So I found the owner and I went to her and I told her, I said, I'm interested in your building. And this woman she broke down in tears. And it was because she had just recently, you know, sold it. If I had come like a week or two earlier, she would have been glad to turn it over, you know, to me. But the thing that really made it was sad was because her and her husband had built their life, spent their life building up this business. And none of their children, their children wanted to take it over. And I can understand, like she said, they all were successful in their own right, had their own careers. But then there's also, if you really understand business, often there's times they have the best of both worlds. That you can still run the business and benefit from it, level up, scale it, level up, so that you're running the family is benefiting from it, but it's not taking away at the same time from your own lives.
It's one of those things to where that side business becomes is what we was discussing earlier. And I'm gonna throw you this for our conversation we'll have later that we discussed earlier. But it's just as the financial the organization being a financial institution or its own banking system for the circulation of the dollar. You have the children have their company, but then the parent company that they want to pass down to the children. It's always good to have that side company to be that circulation of money that you're still generating, that's still generating some kind of income and growth and wealth that's just continuing to profit and circulate through that company, make a profit, invest back in itself and continue to put up from the profits that it's making, because it's sitting, it's not just sitting there, it's working, it's active, it's a vehicle, it's driving, but it's running for the course of circulating income to continue to grow more and more, or invest into more, or whatever the case may be. But it's its own, at that moment, that organization is its own financial institution and its own banking system. It's self-sufficient, a banking system at that point.
Absolutely. So when you mentioned about getting the young people involved at an early age, I believe that they should be hands-on, so that they're learning this stuff by proxy. They're learning it by helping you out in whatever way they can at the appropriate age.
Yes, ma'am.
So that they have that awareness.
Now, let the audience know, because we do have to get into 2 other interviews before we go. Let the audience know, and this is not, audience, I want y'all to know, this is not the last time y'all gonna hear from Michelle T. Martin, but definitely let them know how they can get in contact with you. Let the audience know, and let us know how we can get in contact you, how they can get in contact with you, how they can reach you, how they can utilize your service, how they can find out about your service. Give them all of your information, as much as information that you can possibly give them.
Okay, so you can go to Dream Achievers, that's with an S, dreamachieverscenter.com to find out more about us, or dreamachieverscenter.org. You can also reach me by phone at 863-345-2029, 863-345-2029, or all across all social media platforms under Michelle T. Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
That's Michelle T. Martin. And I know we have to go, but just real quickly, can I tell them about the promo that we're doing in partnership with you for the new business owners?
Yeah, please do. I'm for the next 3 minutes. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. So it won't even take me that long. So for those of you who are listening who may be new business owners or aspire to be a business owner, I put together this complete package that, to be honest, I normally would charge up to about $1,500 for all of these services, but I'm doing it for $299 for 12 businesses. We're not quite sure how many spots we've got left now. And so what you'll get is everything you need to be sure that your business is state, federal, and locally compliant. Everything from your organizational documents to setting up your bookkeeping with low cost or free software and teaching you how to do that, giving you the calendar to make sure that all of your filings are done on time. And we pack I almost forgot, minority and women owned business certification is included. So I wanted to make the price that it was one that no matter where you're at in business, say you already have your LLC, that's okay, because at this price with all the other stuff you'll get, it still is going to be a value. So you can, again, find out more information about it at dreamachieverscenter.com. And it's $299, and we have payment plans for as low as $28 per month.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's wonderful. Reach out to her, dreamachieverscenters.org and dreamachieverscenters.com. Reach out to her. And you can also find out about her again at BBDCFnetwork.com as well, and also at kinggeneralshow.com. But don't forget her website as well, dreamachieverscenter.com. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being on the air with us. And we're going to get into a song break, and we're coming back with our next interview, Uniquely Cleaning Service, LLC.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
One time for the dreamers living and driven by faith. One time for the believers. Set goals on your mark, get ready, set, go and achieve them. Family and friends don't want to see you make it, then leave them. That's how it is, everybody filled with greed and envy. Would say you intimate, but the hate ain't in me. Guess the Father made us different, we don't walk the same. You slander and I don't gossip, we don't talk the same. Guess I'm tripping, I'm just in my feelings. More concerned with making music than making a killing. I guess I ain't concerned with religion either. I'm a man of faith, I ain't no religious leader. So Al and Jesse can play their positions. King General won't stop till he complete the mission. Some might call it dreaming, I call it my vision. And unite with Yahshua, start the most division.
My mother used to say, birds of a feather flock together. If you run around with losers, you will end up a loser. It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry.
One time for the riders that went against all odds. One time for the survivors. Despite of what they told you, despite of what you've been through, despite your pains and struggles trying to trouble your mental. I've dealt with a lot of those issues, still preaching and teaching and killing tracks like I'm meant to. But I ain't done it how I'm fin to. Rappers that push me to limits, these obstacles I ain't went through. But I'm more mature than what I used to be. Beefing and picking up heat, that's what I used to be. And now I'm seeing changes I ain't used to see. And I'm here to stay, you rappers can get used to me. So tell the whole world a king is coming. Babylon is falling, eternal kingdom coming. Some might call it dreaming, I call it his vision. And unite with Yahshua, start the most division.
It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you.
Yeah, we are back in the building on BBDCF Radio Podcast, King General Show, Kingdom Business, the second segment to the King General Show's Kingdom Business on WOKB 1680 AM. We are every Wednesday that airs. You can listen to that show live at kinggeneralshow.com every Wednesday. And you can also listen to this show live every week, every Monday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. from on kinggeneralshow.com as well. You can listen live as well. So on here on Indie Jams Radio Live 365, we have our next interviewee that's on the air, and I apologize for these late getting late. We came in late around 4:15. We started about 15 minutes late, so we're a little backed up with our interviews. But I want to thank you all for listening in. I want to thank my interviewees for calling in. Uniquely Cleaning Service LLC. Are you on the air with us?
I am. How are you?
How you doing? So this is Miss Shakia Coleman. How have you
That's
been?
correct.
How you doing, Shakia?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So, Miss Shakia, it's been a long time since we've been on the air together, ain't it?
Yes.
It's
It
been
has.
years. What was the last time? It was 2000 and what? 18
Oh,
or
man.
2020? Which
Probably
one?
about...
Man, it's been
Oh
years.
man, I lost count. I have to be honest. It's been a while.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have you on the show because you and also our next interview as well. You two special interviews that are very dear to me for this radio show, radio podcast. This is our first episode. So with this, I wanted it to be special. you used to advertise in contribute to advertise in my nonprofit newspaper publication in 2018.
That's correct.
And what you weren't aware of, I don't think you were, but you were a part of BBDCF when we did launch it. So you were aware of BBDCF, but what you weren't aware of was that you and others at the time who started that y'all started the newspaper as the clients, and that started BBDCF. So this radio show, I want to thank you. This radio show would not be if it wasn't for you, and I believe it was like 20 other business owners and entrepreneurs who started off the King General Show, King General Times newspaper, and BBDCF online business directory. So I want to thank you for just sticking with me and being, a firm supporter of, the King General Show, King General brand, and BBDCF as well.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Ma'am.
I appreciate you,
Yes,
taking the time and putting me in your ad.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
did
Yes,
start
ma'am.
that paper,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, and just looking back, that was 2018. That was a newspaper ad. We still here today. With BBDCF Radio from the King General Times newspaper. So that's just amazing how how time and growth still. But yeah, Shakia Coleman with Uniquely Cleaning Service LLC. So tell us about your business. Tell us about how long you've been around. I know you have a cleaning service. How long you've been around? What's your heart for your business? What's your why? Why you do what you do? And yeah, let us know about you and where we can find out about you and reach out to you.
Okay, well, I started my business back in 2010, actually. So it's been a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't take it serious until a little later, a few years after, just to kind of, because I had multiple things going on. And I said, you know what, I have this business, or I started up. I'm hitting and missing it and doing business here and there. But let me take time out and invest in myself instead of someone else all the time.
Yes,
or instead of just, working a 9 to 5, and then here I have this LLC I have and not pouring into it. Yeah. So I finally took it serious about maybe a few years later and just went full-fledged with it. And then, I've been growing ever since, and it's been, it's been its trials and tribulations, but it's been worth it. It's been worth it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's been worth it.
Yes, ma'am. So BBDCF radio podcast, we one thing about I want this show to display is not just interviews with a bunch of questions, but the heart of the entrepreneurs, the heart of the minority faith-based business owners. One thing I know about you, Shakia, you have a heart when it comes to serving. When you provide your cleaning service, you provide your service for residential and commercial, right?
That's correct. And then construction as well too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And where can people find out about your cleaning service? Where can they look you up? Where can they know more about you and know more about your service?
Well, I am on Facebook, on social media. It's just uniquelycleaningservice.com. I'm sorry, Uniquely Cleaning Service,
yes, ma'am.
LLC on Facebook. I am in the process of revamping my website, so that's no longer up right now, but I will get that up soon. You can also find me at my email is uniquelycleaned@gmail.com. You want to reach out, any questions, possible quotes or anything like that. Also, you can find me on Instagram as well too, Uniquely Cleaning Service.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So Uniquely Cleaning Service, that's that's spelled UNIQUELY, Uniquely Cleaning Service LLC, on Instagram, Facebook. And also, you were telling me about, I don't have the information for the nonprofit, but I'm pretty sure you have all of the information for the nonprofit that you were telling me about, that I would love for the audience to know about. Can you give us some information about the nonprofit organization that you and the sisters that you network with serve with?
Yes, sir. I'm also a part of a nonprofit which is called Color Me Confident. along with my two sisters, Tawana Rhymes and Wantia Rhymes. They're actually sisters. And we do the nonprofit together. We go out in our local community and give back. We go to Jones High School and do after school mentoring. And we were formerly at Evans High School as well, too, doing mentoring for young ladies.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we typically mentor, the young ladies at the high school. And we just try to pour into them because these are the critical years that they're in. And they definitely need, a lot of support nowadays, a lot of mentoring, a lot of guidance. So we try to make sure we pour back into where it started at for us, because I'm an alumni of Evans High School, and then, Jones is right down the street, and, remember those years growing up, we grew up together. So why not pour back in your community? So we do that on our spare time.
Exactly. And that's what we all need to do. I encourage that with everyone, pouring back into our community. I respect, salute, and honor you, sisters, for what you're doing. I was literally just talking to Michelle earlier about the young men's work program for King General Show Enterprises LLC, and what we'll be working on with the nonprofit for the Love Ali Brands Foundation for the young men. It's important, just as we spoke. The title of the show is For Generations to Come. So just as we spoke earlier in the show, we have to, as entrepreneurs, as parents, as leaders, because we don't even acknowledge the fact that each adult somewhere, you're a leader. You're a leader. Somewhere, someone's child or your child or whatever, someone somewhere, not even a child, just anybody is looking at you, and they're watching you. They're learning from you. So we as entrepreneurs, we have to acknowledge the fact that we're leaders, and we have to give back to our community through serving our young people and for the betterment of their futures. So I love those who serve for that purpose. Just as I told you, King General Show, BBDCF, we sponsor youth organizations that serve in that field, because that's something that's our heart behind what we do. So I thank you for having that self-same kindred heart, the sisters for having that self-same kindred heart as well. If you can, yes, ma'am. If you can, let the audience know about the name of the LLC one more time, how they can find out more about the LLC, and how young ladies, what are the ages of the young ladies as well, and how young ladies can be involved.
Okay, so we're on, like I said, social media, all social media platforms. We're on Facebook under Color Me Confident. We're on Instagram as well, same name, Color Me Confident. We also have a website, colormeconfident.org. Once you click on that link, there is information about us, volunteer forms, donation forms that you can fill out. Our phone number should be on there to be able to reach out to us to try to get involved. We typically mentor, like I said, teenagers, so anywhere from 12 to about 18, but we really don't turn anybody away. Yes, if you got kids that really need help and they need some guidance, we're here to help them as well. So it's not about an age limit. That's more of a critical age.
Yes, ma'am.
The adolescent years. Yes, ma'am. So we do try to target them the most. Yes, ma'am. But we don't, turn anybody away.
You don't limit it to that. It's just like BBDCF. We serve minority, black businesses, black-owned businesses, minority businesses, but we don't limit ourselves to black.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Yes, sir. And we definitely, there's nothing we don't do. We do college tours. We do give back drives. Like I said, we go to the local high school and pour into the young ladies there. We teach them entrepreneurship. We talk about college, so there's nothing that is off limits that we don't really discuss with the young ladies. And we just hope that they can benefit something from the program and that they can take with them along the way in life.
Yes, ma'am. Trust and believe every seed that you sisters sow into those young ladies' hearts, minds, and lives, they're going to remember for the rest of their lives, because it becomes a part of them. what you install in them, what you teach them, it becomes a training of their subconscious when they take in that information. They never forget.
Correct.
They never forget that, and I thank you for that. So before you leave, Uniquely Cleaning Service LLC on Facebook and Instagram, you can be reached.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
And for your travel service, give them your cell number if they wanted to reach out for rates.
Okay. If you guys want to contact me via phone, 321-439-8995 is my travel phone, and I can answer that and answer any questions you have and hopefully be a service to you.
Yes, ma'am. And that's Miss Shakia Coleman. Thank you so much for calling in, Shakia Coleman, and being on the first BBDCF radio podcast episode. I thank you and I love you. Thank you. We're going to get into this next song break, and then we're coming back for our last interviewee for today.
Okay, I love you as well. Thank you.
400 years, lost many peers, many pioneers, many patriots marching for rights, many sacrifice for life. We never fight for unless we fighting white folk. We can't get right with each other, what we need rights for. Racism and religion, all it did was divide folk. Not knowing the history of blacks, all in your Bibles. I ain't know that religious talk don't surprise folk, but who you praying to when they pulling out their rifles? I ain't know that don't justify the white folk, but I wasn't talking about the white folk. Cause black on black crime still a crime. You call it gangster, I call it a black man dying. Now holler like you're ready if you're tired. Put your fist in the air and holler, it's about time. I say holler like you're ready if you're tired. I got my fist in the air, hollering, it's about time. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Now put your fist in the air if you ready. If you ready, if you ready, I got my fist in the air, cause I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, yes, I'm ready. Started with a dream that many receive with faith to believe. Love is what we need, see I'm trying to fulfill that dream. Motivated to sing, yet they don't wanna hear a thing. If I'm preaching to the choir, then come on choir and help me sing. Negro, dark skin, Hebrew, Abraham brought to America on ships. Now they say we African, man. Yisrael Emmanuel, Yahuwah Elohai, Yahushua Mashiach, singing old Negro spirituals like Kumbaya, Toraya, Adonai, Elohim, the only one can set us free. Displayed his love when he sent his son to die. Yah is coming soon, ain't no need to wonder why. Now holler like you're ready if you're tired. Put your fist in the air and holler, it's about time. I say holler like you're ready if you're tired. I got my fist in the air, hollering, it's about time. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, yes, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Now put your fist in the air if you ready, if you ready, if you ready. I got my fist in the air, cause I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, yes, I'm ready.
For the stars and grabbed on the Mars to get high to my flow. If you pop my bars, bar respect my flow. I got stripes and the stars, I'm the king general, so bow down to the God. I'm laughing at your haters, money talk, we conversate. I'm hollering at the paper, I'm getting tired of the he say, the she say. I heard the voice of God and now it's all about what he say. You asked for the truth and the answer was no. Say I ain't heaven sent, and just go to show how much you know. I'm like a walking Bible, but it's hard to read me. In the vision from God, that's the only way to see me. I'm almost there, yes I can feel it in the air. Be hollering F the world with both fingers in the air. Please, Father, forgive me. This feeling is mutual. I ain't want to, but the world made me do it though. I die without a funeral, no grievance or mourning. They happy that I'm dead, cause they can't hear me in their head. But if I raise in 3 days, know the heavens where I came from. The Lord's final messenger. We speak in the same tongues. It's like I done became numb. Pain, I don't feel none. I make a genius hate me cause my knowledge make them feel dumb. I ain't got wings, but my level on top flight. If you succeed is wrong, then I know that I'm not right. They rather see me fall, they don't wanna see me fall. See, I'm at war with everyone like I can calm them all. Haters wanna irritate me, disturb my peace. So slanderous accusations is all they speak. See, I'm as humble as I ever been, patient like I never been. The whole rap game, why I feel as if I'm better than an underground veteran. But majors won't let them in, cause they know when I blow that I'm bringing all the heaven in. You better know I'm heaven sent, going places you've never been. Hip hop is my new church, call me the reverend. I'm sicker than the rare disease, you can't heal me. Long live the king forever, you can't kill me. Straight from the dirt of St. Louis is that filthy. Someone ain't never washed up, talking get tossed up. Your time up, you slipped up when you mention it. I'm the voice in your head, you ain't never forgetting me. I play it raw like sex with no protection. And hip hop ain't dead, I revived it, resurrection. Young 101, classes in session. Approach the wrong way and you can get taught a lesson. If you good with numbers, then start counting your blessings. OG about mine, my homie, I ain't stressing. I stay on my grind cause the numbers don't lie. And the top ain't far enough, I'm reaching for the sky.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 14 reads, houses and riches are an inheritance from fathers, but a prudent wife is from Yahweh. I want to pay attention to that first. I know we doing interviews. I want to pay attention to that first portion of that scripture. We originally were supposed to open up the show with some scriptures, and it's not too late to still open up to still engage or insert or include scriptures into the show. Our interview, we having some technical difficulties with our final interview, so we will have to most likely hold that interview next week. But I want to, for the next 15 minutes or so, I want to go over the BBDCF. I want to continue to summarize BBDCF radio podcast, man. I want to talk about this because this is a podcast, and it's my first podcast setting. Like I'm not even sure how to go about doing this without my interviews, without my scriptures, without the normal regular King General show format of things. And honestly, it's no different. It's nothing different from the regular format. But BBDCF podcast, first and foremost, let's start off with the company. King General show, I mentioned on the air, on the AM FM portion of the show, that as of October 2nd, I mentioned this, October, month of October, that we established King General Show as an enterprise and LLC, a brand agency that specializes in brand networking, network marketing, and referral networking. BBDCF's Alpha United Network is the referral network group of KGS Enterprises, LLC. So the interviews that you will be hearing on the show, the testimonials, the people, the business owners, the brands, the entrepreneurs, the coaches, whoever we're talking to, or whoever we have on the show, you'll be hearing from. There will be minority businesses from your community in Central Florida that we want you to support, that we want to advocate on behalf of, and that are here to serve you. Every business, my take on it, every business has a service. Every one of us, we're consumers. Even being business owners, we're consumers, because we all utilize a service, a product, that serves a certain area in our lives. We all utilize these services every day. But the thing about minority business, or business owners, or just the minority community, is we don't support each other's business. So I wanted to start BBDCF radio podcast so that we can discuss more of the topic, more of supporting minority businesses. Do you not know that if you have a community of 100 people and 10 people in those communities are business owners, and they've created businesses within their houses? One makes clothes, another cooks. One does deliveries for laundry runs. They have many different businesses, but do you not know if those other 90 continuously invest in the food, laundry services of that 10, that the economy of the 100 would grow expeditiously? It would grow massively, just being self-sufficient. This is what happened with Black Wall Street. Over 600 businesses, African-American businesses, business owners, banks, hospital, different business owners, schools, who were communities within a community, self-sufficient, all taking care of one another's needs, serving one another's needs, whether business owner or consumer. Consumer is serving with the dollar, the money. The business owner is serving with the money, but he's serving with the investment portion of that, investing in the service providing. The consumer invests the money into the service. Win-win, right in the community. You have next door neighbors that are business owners, and you and your neighbors around can support that business on a regular basis. You can help that business become successful, great, a millionaire. You, yes, you, with that $5 in your pocket, $10 in your pocket. It's an investment into someone's future that they labor for every day. So I wanted to start this radio podcast to talk about this, to discuss this. We need to, because if we don't, then you're not going to succeed as an independent or a brand or service provider or a business. I'm not going to succeed. We're not going to succeed. I started and designed BBDCF, Black Business Director of Central Florida, as a directory service, online directory service, an event platform, so that Black business owners can network and advertise and network and collaborate with one another. So BBDCF, but also we also serve in the area of advertising as well, to advertise these business owners as well through the event service and radio service as well through the King General Show. But the structure and design of BBDCF has always been for the Black business owners, or the minority business owners, not just Black, because we're not just limited to, for the minority business owners to come together, network with one another, collaborate for the building of relationships, partnerships, for collaborative work, so that they can work together to build together. Because even in the corporate world, corporations you see, Fortune 500 you see, cannot succeed without the network or the business network of their network that they are connected to or they're in partnership with. You have many different companies. You may have you may see it. You see it all the time, actually, where you may have two gas stations. One gas station bought out another gas station, or one gas station partnered with another gas station, or one, restaurant partnered with another restaurant, or these real estate agents partnered with other real estate agents, and they hosted events, or they worked on projects, or they, made this amount of money together. The reason being is because they work together to succeed as business, because that's a way you succeed in business. You cannot succeed in business without it. Walmart, great example. Walmart has hundreds, if not thousands of vendors, just as Amazon. Walmart has its own products, but Walmart doesn't sell its own products alone. They have many vendors and partners who sell their products in their store with them. And it makes up one of the greatest retail, if not the number one, retail store today. Not because of its Walmart brand, but because of its business network of partnership and vendors, which provides everything that we need when we go in that store. It creates the experience where we feel like, hey, we can have the variety of anything we need at Walmart because of businesses sticking together to serve through products, food, or whatever. We have to understand as minority business owners, it's a structured business. I know everybody want to be boss. Everybody want to be the boss man, boss lady. Because truthfully, we the bosses. But being a boss, you have to understand and know how to sit down with other bosses and boss together. Because if you don't, you'll never know how to be boss. And you'll never boss up. So at the end of the day, the reason why networking is so important with business is because networking is the glue between business partnerships. Not only is it the glue between, but it's also the foundation that builds the business partnerships. Networking. Why? Why is it so important? Because if I network with you and we build a relationship and we build a partnership, we're stronger in our visions together than by ourselves individually. Now, as two entities, corporations, we win. We're twice as more powerful legally, business structurally. We're twice as powerful. I'm a powerhouse by myself being boss. You're a powerhouse by yourself being boss. Let's boss them together. Let's create ideas, because that's all we do all day as bosses is create anyway. So let's create together. This is the opportunity that I'm offering business owners, minority business owners at King General Show Enterprises LLC and Alpha United Network, or BBDCF's Alpha United Network. Let's come together. Let's work together. Let's network together. December 15th, we have our pre-launch networking mixer at Nightshade Lounge here in Orlando, Florida, downtown, West Church Street, 7 p.m. It'll be our pre-launch before our actual launch, January 19th at Nightshade Lounge, which is also BBDCF's 6-year anniversary from our very first networking mixer that we hosted at the West Oaks Mall inside of 3-in-1 Cafe Lounge, January 2019. So 6 years, we are now BBDCF's Alpha United Networking Group, referral networking group who work together to advocate for minority business and faith-based businesses together, and who refer one another services to our inner network, outer network, and we also work together to refer one another as a collaborative unit, which means as many as we grow, whether 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, we'll always be working together to grow in the community and reaching the community together as a networking group together. So this is the opportunity that I'm offering to entrepreneurs and business owners, minority business owners. When you become a member of the networking group, because King General Show does specialize in not only brand networking, but also advertising and marketing. We have many radio vouchers, opportunities, promotions that are included with your membership. We have Alpha United Network magazine that is coming in 2025, January, first quarter 2025. And you have ad space in there as being a member. There are many perks. There are many, you have vendor tables that are given to you throughout your contract of being a member, to where you're never paying for these things. It's included with your membership, your yearly membership. So, and we have other partners as well who have other services for your business to help for your business to grow, whether marketing, advertising, coaching, getting your business established. We spoke with Michelle T. Martin earlier with Dream Achievers, and she has many services. She is great to work with. She is also a part of BBDCF's Alpha United Network, and she works close with me with the LLC as well, with her company, her service, with providing her service, with helping with the LLC. Not only with helping with the LLC, but also offering a discount to our members who are a part of Alpha United Network with us, as a part of Alpha United Network, because she is actually a part of Alpha United Network, as one of our administrators and service providers for our entrepreneurs in our group. So come join us December 15th. Be a part of our networking mixer. Come network with us, and quite a few other people that will be there in the building, entrepreneurs that will be networking with us at Nightshade Lounge. And every month at our monthly mixers, I mean, hey, we're growing every month. We have new members, new people, business owners, entrepreneurs coming in every month. So come be a part. Come be a part. We have monthly mixers every month, and tune in every week right here. And next week, I think I'm gonna close it up. I think we can kind of wrap this portion up right here. I'm still trying to figure out how to structure this show, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. This is new for me, so I'm probably gonna need y'all help, man. I'm probably gonna have it to where y'all can call in and kind of help me out when you're listening. So but until next week, every Monday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on Indie Jams Radio on Live 365. And you can always listen live at kinggeneralshow.com every Monday. Just go to kinggeneralshow.com, click on the tab, listen live, Monday, 4 p.m., King General Show, Kingdom Business. I mean, y'all already know what it is. I mean, until next time, I guess it wouldn't be right if I didn't do what I have to do. First, before I do what I have to do, I want to thank again our sponsors, our network, our partners, our business owners who were on with us today, and our one business owner who couldn't be with us, who will be with us hopefully next week. Dream Achievers Development and Resource Center, Wills Probates and Trust, Miss Michelle T. Martin, Uniquely Cleaning Services, LLC, Shakia Coleman, as well as Mr. Jody Breeze, Legends of Orlando. We didn't get an opportunity to interview him. We were dealing with technical difficulties, but next week he will be with us, Father willing, Lord willing. Until next week, again, let me do what I have to do, because I feel like if I don't do this, my son might be mad at me. He loved the way I do it. So until next week, Yang.
For the stars and grabbed on the Mars to get high to my flow. If you pop my bars, bar, respect my flow. I got stripes and stars, I'm the king general, so bow down to the God.
WOKB family, you have been tuned in to the King General Show right here on WOKB 1680 AM and 100.7 FM, your urban empowerment and inspiration station. You know, your voice of unity in the community. If you want to listen to this show, this previous show, and other previous shows, go to kinggeneralshow.com. Until next week, y'all already know what it is. Yang.
The world with both fingers in the air, but please, Father, forgive me. This feeling is mutual. I ain't want to, but the world made me do it though. I die without a funeral, no grievance or mourning. They happy that I'm dead, cause they can't hear me in their head. But if I raise in 3 days, know the heavens where I came from. The Lord's final messenger, we speak in the same tongues. It's like I done became numb. Pain, I don't feel none. I make a genius hate me cause my knowledge make them feel dumb. I ain't got wings, but my level on top flight. If to succeed is wrong, then I know that I'm not right.